The lights inside the Ireland's Got Talent theater slowly brighten as the audience settles into a low hum of excitement. The stage feels enormous, stretching wide beneath towering lights that glow with anticipation. From the side curtain, a group of young dancers walk out together, standing shoulder to shoulder at center stage. They call themselves the Cebu Street Souls, a poor dance crew from Cebu City in the Philippines. Their clothes are simple and mismatched, clearly worn from years of practice on streets and open courts. Some wear old sneakers, others are barefoot. Despite their nervous expressions, there is something strong in the way they stand together, like nothing can pull them apart. One member steps forward and introduces the group. His voice shakes slightly as he explains that they grew up in poverty, dancing wherever they could find space. Sidewalks, rooftops, abandoned lots, basketball courts at night when no one was watching. They never had money for lessons or studios. Dance was their escape, their family, their reason to keep going. He says that when food was short and hope felt distant, dancing together gave them strength. As he speaks, the audience grows quiet. The judges lean forward, listening closely. One judge presses their lips together, already emotional. Another nods slowly, understanding that this story carries weight. The crew steps back into formation. They take a collective breath, hands briefly touching as a sign of unity. The music has not started yet, but the tension in the room is already thick. This is more than an audition. This is a moment years in the making. The judges sit upright, eyes locked on the stage. The audience holds its breath. The music hits suddenly, deep and powerful. Instantly, the Cebu Street Souls come alive. Their movements are sharp, explosive, perfectly synchronized. Every stomp feels like a heartbeat. Every arm swing feels like a cry for survival. They move as one body, flowing across the stage with intensity and purpose. The audience reacts immediately, gasps rippling through the theater. This is not casual dance. This is raw emotion in motion. The crew transitions seamlessly between fast footwork and powerful freezes. One dancer spins low to the ground while another leaps over him. Their timing is flawless. Sweat begins to form on their faces, but their expressions remain focused and fierce. Each move feels earned, like it was carved out of struggle. The judges watch in disbelief. One judge's eyes widen, another leans forward, hands gripping the desk. As the routine continues, the music shifts, becoming slower and heavier. The dancers' movements soften but grow more emotional. One dancer breaks from the formation and stumbles forward, falling to his knees. The others freeze for a moment, then rush toward him. In a powerful moment of symbolism, they lift him back up together, holding him steady before releasing him back into the routine. The audience gasps audibly. This single moment hits harder than words ever could. It speaks of falling, of failure, and of being lifted by those who refuse to let you give up. At the judges' table, emotions begin to surface. One judge stands slightly from their seat, hand covering their mouth. Another judge's eyes fill with tears, their expression softening as they witness the story unfolding on stage. This is no longer about technique alone. It is about brotherhood, pain, and hope. The music builds again, faster and louder. The crew responds with renewed energy. They attack the stage with confidence, moving closer together, then exploding outward in sharp formations. Their feet pound the floor in perfect rhythm. Their arms slice through the air with precision. The audience claps instinctively, drawn into the energy. Some stand slightly from their seats, unable to stay still. As the routine reaches its peak, the dancers move into a complex sequence, weaving around each other without missing a beat. One misstep would ruin everything, but there is no hesitation. They trust each other completely. Years of dancing together on the streets have built something unbreakable. The judges shake their heads in disbelief. One judge wipes tears from their face while still smiling, overwhelmed by the power of what they are seeing. The music suddenly drops to a single slow rhythm. The crew gathers tightly at center stage, breathing hard, shoulders rising and falling together. One dancer steps forward, pressing his hand to his chest, then extending it outward as if offering his heart to the audience. The others mirror the movement, one by one, until they are all connected by the same gesture. Tears can be seen on some of their faces now, but they do not stop. This pain is part of the performance. It is part of who they are. The final beat approaches. The crew breaks formation and rushes outward, then snaps into one last powerful pose. Arms raised, bodies strong, eyes lifted. The music cuts. Silence crashes over the room. For a brief moment, no one moves. The dancers hold their pose, chests heaving, sweat dripping, emotions raw and exposed. Then the theater explodes. The audience leaps to their feet in a thunderous standing ovation. Cheers echo from every corner. People clap, shout, cry. Some wipe tears from their eyes as they applaud. The energy is overwhelming. On stage, the Cebu street souls break their pose and collapse into each other, hugging tightly. Tears flow freely now. They laugh and cry at the same time, unable to process what is happening. All the judges stand. One judge is openly crying, wiping their face as they step forward. Another judge places a hand over their heart, shaking their head in disbelief. When they speak, their voice trembles. They say this was not just dance, but a story of survival, unity, and hope. Another judge speaks through tears, praising the crew for turning pain into something beautiful and unforgettable. The crew listens, hands still locked together. They bow deeply, again and again, overwhelmed by gratitude. The applause does not stop. The audience refuses to sit down. This moment belongs to these dancers, and everyone knows it. One judge takes a breath and says that what they witnessed will stay with them forever. That this performance is a reminder that greatness can come from nothing but determination and heart. The crew members cover their faces, crying openly now. Years of being unseen, unheard, and underestimated have led to this moment on one of the biggest stages in the world. As the applause finally begins to soften, the dancers look out at the audience, their eyes filled with disbelief and pride. They came from the streets of Cebu City with nothing but a dream and each other. Tonight, they proved that unity can turn poverty into power. The crew bows one final time and begins to walk off the stage together, arms around each other's shoulders. The audience continues clapping as they disappear behind the curtain. Backstage, they stop for a moment, holding on to each other, crying, laughing, breathing in the reality of what just happened. On stage, the judges are still emotional, wiping tears, smiling, shaking their heads. Ireland's Got Talent has just witnessed something unforgettable. Not just a dance audition, but a story of struggle, brotherhood, and triumph. The Cebu street souls walked onto the stage as poor dancers from Cebu City and walked off as a crew that slayed their audition and touched the hearts of everyone who watched.